It's going to be a big day for me today.
Ooh.
Buckle up, people. I haven't done this kind of thing in a long time. My oldest son is old enough to have a job and like buys tickets for things.
Mm-hmm.
And I generally don't go places.
Right.
I haven't been to a concert. Goodness sakes. What was the last concert?
Lauren Daigle.
I didn't even go to that. I didn't go to that. I had my cart full of things from our table at the Lauren Daigle concert, and I kind of wheeled into one of the entrances, and the opening act was going, and it was all dark in there, full of people, and I'm like, oh, it's loud. I'm leaving. It was really loud, even though I have my headphones on at like ear-splitting volume. Like I don't know, there's something different about a giant room. I sound like I'm 90. You ever notice that?
I'm starting to see that. Yeah.
I can't even remember the last time I went to an actual concert. It's been many, many years, but my oldest son wants to go see a guy named Jacob Collier.
Mm-hmm. I'm not familiar with him.
How would you describe Jacob Collier?
Like, what is his music like?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know.
He likes to do crowd participation, and he's an amazing musician. Plays lots of instruments, Marshall says, and he likes to upgrade the piano.
Yeah, it's like a guy and his instruments. That's like...
And he's super talented.
Yeah.
And my son is impressed by things like that. I don't blame him. I am too.
Yeah, Eddie really likes him.
Eddie does?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I think I'm going to enjoy the show.
You should text him.
I should. He can give me a few things to listen to on the way home. I haven't done it yet. It's just life is life, you know.
You don't trust your son's taste, but Eddie, now you know you're in for a good show.
No, I trust my son. Eddie's old, so, he might understand me better. Isn't he like
35?
Whoa! Yeah. Oh, goodness sakes. And I'm going to Jacob's Pavilion for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Okay, nice.
You been there, Ron?
Yeah, it's been a long time. But
what does
showed us
that mean?
pictures. It's very cool.
How many decades?
2.
Yeah, so it may have been redone since you were there. He's talking like, oh, yeah, I go there all the time.
A couple of years ago.
He's enough like me. Yeah. No, so we'll be doing that, and I'll be up late.
Whoa.
I don't even know.
What time does the concert start? Like 7?
It starts at 7, which means probably 12. That's how concerts go. I don't know if there's an opening act. I don't know any of that. I don't.
Even if there is, they're not going to start on time. Nobody's starting on time.
No, nobody does.
The opening act or Jacob.
Right. But it's going to be a great time. I can't wait. My son and his friend, we're going. We're gonna party. If you're at the Jacob Collier concert, look for me.
Yeah.
You'll be probably taking a nap in some corner.
Your hands in your pockets.
No. I have it all worked out in my head. I'm
Okay.
gonna go home. I'm gonna take a little bit longer nap today.
Okay.
Not a nappy poo. I'm taking a nap.
So you schedule your naps. You set an alarm.
Yeah, I usually set it for like you don't want to go too long because if you hit REM sleep, you're in trouble. You're gonna wake up disoriented.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually set it for like an hour to an hour and 15 because it takes me a good 20 minutes to fall asleep. When it's all said and done, I can sometimes wake up. So I end up with like a 20-minute nap, 30-minute nap usually. It's just what you need to get refreshed, This one I got to get a bit more sleep. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to have a cup of coffee in the afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Your sludge.
Living on the edge.
Yeah.
Folgers with
You're
your
wild.
water.
Watch out.
I know. I even debated about do I want to drive a ways to a like Dunkin' and not have my Folgers and well water. Yeah, I'm thinking about living large on that one. And then I'm going to have an early dinner before we leave, so I'm not hungry because I get hangry. You see, I'm kind of really planning ahead on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Yeah. Well, how's the plan sound?
Good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Watch out. So when you guys go to bed, I'm just getting ready to party like it's, 2000 again.
Yeah. Yesterday I went to go pick up some more bags of the Mornings with Brian blend at Yada Yada Coffee. And he was like, oh, do you want something? And I said, no, sir, it's 2 p.m. I cannot be drinking coffee.
I go to bed at 8 promptly.
Exactly.
I didn't realize you had joined that club. That's a more elderly club.
Almost like probably 3 years now.
Oh, 3 before you worked with us, you started this. Okay.
I can't sleep.
So what's the cutoff for you?
Probably like noon.
Because it'll keep you awake at night.
Yes.
And you know for sure you're not just being safe.
Yeah, I know for sure. I've done it, and I'm just like laying there in my bed, looking
wow,
around.
Lauren. The water's great. Come on in. It's old people time.
I know.
You can't have. I generally, as a rule, I will not have coffee afternoon. I won't even have caffeinated soda afternoon.
Can't do it.
Occasionally, if I'm out to lunch, it's like 12:30. I might go, woohoo!
Ooh, a little cola.
Give me a Coke. I'm living large today.
Yep.
Daria's probably still in the. Oh, I have coffee at 9 p.m. and I fall right to sleep.
No, I keep decaf coffee because sometimes I like night coffee, but I can't do that. Like I enjoy coffee. I enjoy the whole experience, and I want it, but I can't have the caffeine. So I have a special blend of decaf.
What's your cutoff time for caffeinated?
I usually just have 1 cup in the morning, and then I'm good. I don't want any more caffeine after that.
Ooh, okay.
When you're older, it'll change. No, I have a thing about decaf. This is very paranoid.
What?
Especially if I'm ordering somewhere else. Like, are they really going to give me decaf?
Yeah, you're nervous. I totally get that.
I actually ordered a decaf coffee yesterday. It was like 3 o'clock. Our power went out, and I was working from home. So I had to go find a place to work. So I tried this brand new that wasn't new, but was new to me, new coffee shop. Ordered a decaf cafe latte, and I, like 3 sips in, I start feeling my heart race. I'm like, this is not decaf, is it?
I knew it.
See, I know you can't.
It's my paranoia. I can't. I tried it once, and I took a few sips, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do this, because if this person screwed up, my whole night's ruined.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think I threw it out.
That's what I had to do. I'm like,
did you?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not going to go back to the counter and ask for a refund for a $3 cup of coffee, but there's no way that this is decaf.
And even my paranoia goes even deeper. You buy a bag of decaf. How do I know the factory wasn't confused that day? How do I
It's not
know?
a factory, but
But I mean, we don't. It matters if it's decaf.
I know it does. It does
Especially,
matter
and there's
very
even
much.
people with heart problems and all that or whatever. That I
Oh
mean,
yeah, you could really hurt someone if you give them caffeinated by accident.
So the only time I do it, which is just, it's not rational. It's like when you go to a banquet or a large, one of those mass places where it's like whatever, a wedding or something, and they're walking around with decaf at the end after you have a giant mass-produced meal that was quite average.
Yeah.
I think I always feel special if I have a little decaf. And I do it. I don't know why I trust it. Maybe I'm out partying and wild, and I'm just like, well, look at me at a banquet. I'm having a coffee now.
Decaf.
Give me that decaf. I'm going to live on the edge. I don't know if it really is decaf
don't
in your
wanna get
hand,
jittery.
but I'm going to take it.
Have you had decaf that was pleasant to drink? Like when I drink decaf, I usually find it to be like, bleh, it's not coffee.
I'll tell you off the air what I drink. I really enjoy it.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't drink it.
You
I
don't
just go
drink
without.
because you don't trust it.
I don't trust it, and like Ron said, it usually doesn't taste as good.
Oh, no wonder we're friends. We have similar paranoias.
Yeah, I am
That's what
nervous.
brings people together.
Paranoia?
Yes, it can. It did, obviously. I feel so much better. I was keeping this kind of a secret for many years because
Oh, no,
it
I'm
felt
very nervous.
so wrong for me to be that wound up about, are you really giving me decaf?
Yeah, you
I feel
can't
like
look
they
at
don't
'em.
care back there. It's always young people back there. They probably have Coke before bed, you
Yeah,
know?
you can't tell what type of bean it is just by looking at it. Is it fully calf? Is it not?
Yeah, are you really?
You
You're
got to make sure
moving fast
they've
back
been
there.
writing correctly every time.
Yeah,
No.
there's speed going on. They're like they think old people are weird for having decaf. Those baristas, like, oh, decaf, what's wrong with you? You're not drinking real coffee. I bet Eddie kind of scoffs at decaf, like, oh, it's not real coffee.
Yeah, no, he can drink fully caffeinated at 9 p.m. and just goes right to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Does he look down on us?
I don't think so. I
Are
think
you
he understands.
sure?
I think he understands because I'll ask for like on Saturdays or Fridays where I got to stay up, I'll ask for some coffee in the afternoon. Otherwise, I'm going to sleep at 8.
Yeah, right.
And so I'll say something, oh, can I have some coffee when you have your afternoon? And he's like, are you sure? Are you sure?
Oh,
Because he
wow.
knows I
Sassy.
normally don't do coffee.
And you're like, I'm an adult. I can make that decision.
Yeah.
You don't always make good decisions, Lauren. He probably says something like that, right?
Oh, he does.
He thinks it.
Probably.
Sarah thinks it about me.